Hi, everyone. Do you know what? I used to be a pop star. But even at the height of my fame, even with all of the attention and the awards, the government still censored me every time I perform. And I will never forget this one time when I was performing in a dress rehearsal for 5 censors. They were filming, reading my lyrics, walking around the backstage, taking bribes from the organizer. Suddenly, right in the middle of my song, one of them stood up and shouted at me, "Ngưng! Ngưng ngay lập tức! Ai cho phép cô mặc bộ đồ đó biểu diễn trên sân khấu? Thay đồ ngay! Nếu không, tôi sẽ cấm cô biểu diễn suốt đời. Và tôi có đủ quyền làm chuyện đó. Cô có tin không?" Cộng hòa xã hội chủ nghĩa Việt Nam độc lập tự do hạnh phúc. Cộng hòa xã hội chủ nghĩa Việt Nam độc lập tự do hạnh phúc. Cộng hòa xã hội chủ nghĩa Việt Nam độc lập tự do hạnh phúc. Xin ông cho chúng tôi được đưa tiền cho ông, để ông cho chúng tôi được làm việc. Xin ông cho chúng tôi được dối lừa theo ông, để ông cho chúng tôi được ngu ngốc như ông. Xin ông cho chúng tôi được hát, cho chúng tôi được bày tranh ra ngắm, cho chúng tôi được yêu, cho chúng tôi được cúi lùi. Xin ông sự dã man tàn ác. Xin ông cho chúng tôi được phát hành sách, cho chúng tôi được đi lại tự do, cho chúng tôi được bảo vệ tổ quốc. Xin ông cho chúng tôi được chia sẻ thông tin, cho chúng tôi được làm từ thiện, cho chúng tôi được quyền như trong hiến pháp, quyền như trong hiến pháp, được quyền như trong hiến pháp, được quyền như trong hiến pháp, được quyền như trong hiến pháp. What do you know about Vietnam? Maybe some of you think that after the war, Vietnam was free. But Vietnam is a one-party police state that doesn't allow any political opposition. There is no freedom of expression, no freedom of movement, no freedom of assembly, no freedom at all. In 2016, the Formosa Steel Company dumped 300 tons of toxic waste into the ocean off the central coast of Vietnam. For weeks, that fish were washing up on our beautiful beaches. Thousands of us went peacefully into the street, but the police were there too. Some of them dressed up like protesters to incite violence. Others stood in tight circles around us so bystanders couldn't see inside. But everyone could hear the screams. I couldn't keep silent any longer. I was sick of performing for the censors. I was sick of being told what to wear, how to act. I was sick of seeing my people beaten up on the street. I found a way to fight. On March 9, 2016, I nominated myself for the National Assembly. My nomination sparked a huge debate. Journalists were lining up. A reporter from the New York Times flew to Saigon to interview me. It became an international news story. No celebrities had ever nominated themselves for the National Assembly. People didn't know about their right to participate in politics until now. But the government was not happy about that. They tried to make me stop, insulted me, dismissed me. 2 weeks after my nomination, the police raided one of my concerts and shut down the show. When the news got out, all of my shows were canceled. Venues were afraid to book me. Musicians were afraid to work with me. I have been banned from singing in public in Vietnam since then. 1 month later, I opened up the newspaper and I found out I was rejected from the ballot. The published list of the candidates didn't include my name. I'd been erased. But I wasn't about to give up. I read another article about President Obama coming to Vietnam, and I thought, that's it. Obama, can we meet? Yes, we can.
President Obama, I want to meet you when you come to Vietnam in May. As a citizen, I want to talk about how America can help to improve government transparency and accountability. And I'm not alone. So when you come here in May, please make time to meet me and other civil society leaders. We need to talk to you.
My video went viral, and I received an invitation from the US Embassy. My crazy plan had worked. But a friend of mine called me. Khôi, anh rể em vừa mới báo là Khôi đang bị theo dõi sát sao 24/24 đó. Khôi hết sức cẩn thận nha. In Vietnam, among people old enough to work, 1 in 6 are either police officers or working for the police. Leading up to Obama's visits, more and more activists were arrested. My activist friend Phạm Đoan Trang was arrested on the way from Saigon to Hanoi for the meeting with Obama, and she's still in jail now. I turned off my phone and went into hiding. I slipped from hotel to hotel, out of back doors, changed my hair and clothes until I was sure no one was following me. Then I came to a safe house. I couldn't sleep. All night long, I kept imagining my arrest. When the sun rose, I took a taxi to the US Embassy. After many checkpoints, I was cleared, and they brought me to a conference room in the Marriott Hotel, and there he was.
We have a very popular artist here who is speaking out on behalf of freedom of speech and expression and artists throughout Vietnam.
Do you see? I was so excited sitting next to handsome, powerful President Obama. I told him, if you want to be our hero, use your leverage to put pressure on the Vietnamese government to release all political prisoners. You can't be our hero if you're just here to make some business deals. He looked at me with his sad face and said, "Water wears down the rock, just be patient." Before you came, I dreamt of you. You, with your power to make wrongs right. For you, I put myself on the line. For you, I was prepared to do time. All around are ghosts and demons, serpents, snakes, and deadly creatures wanna catch me, kill me, burn me. You once were the hope of my life. You once were the hope of my life. I saw your halo shining bright. Then you gave me some advice. Just be patient. 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 Just be fucking patient. You once were the hope of my life. Now I'm hopeless. After Obama left, after the meeting, I went back to my house and I saw the police were waiting to harass me. Obama, help me. But Obama was busy. He had other plans.
Next to President Obama's historic visit to Vietnam, for so long a bitter enemy of America, the president with smiles and a handshake for the Vietnamese president amid a new move between the two countries. And there was this unexpected moment today, dinner with American celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain. ABC's Bob Woodruff tonight with how that meal came together and word of a new arms deal and the sale of American planes now to Vietnam.
After Obama left, I realized we can't depend on foreign heroes to save us. That's a colonial mentality. We have to fight for ourselves. After all, last time America helped us, 3 million people were killed and the survivors still suffer from Agent Orange today. But I want to show the world that there is no freedom of expression in Vietnam. So when I heard Agent Orange was coming back to Vietnam, I made a plan. There is a saying in Vietnamese, peace on you, and that's a sign of respect and welcome. And so when Trump arrived, I went out to welcome him. Can you believe that I was the only person in a country of 100 million people who publicly protested against Trump? When I left the scene, the police followed me on their motorbikes. I felt something bad would happen, but I tried to shake them and went home. But just when I sat down on my sofa, the police and the landlord banged on my door. Boom, 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 boom. Ra khỏi nhà ngay, ra khỏi nhà ngay. Cô không được phép ở đây nữa. I knew there would be backlash. But backlash came from every direction. Activists I admired were against me because they supported Trump and his attitude toward China. The public at large were against me too. They hated the idea of a woman being rude to a powerful old man. My friends abandoned me. The police was chasing me around Hanoi. I was attacked on social media. They called me a traitor, a whore, a bitch. I was so depressed. I thought, maybe I'm a bad activist. Instead of building a movement, I just piss people off. But one day, out of the blue, I received an email that I won the Václav Havel International Prize for Creative Dissent. I was full of hope again, and I flew to Oslo to receive my prize. But back in Vietnam, the news about my prize was censored. And this is a video my friend grabbed when he was watching news in Hanoi.
Vietnam has won an International Human Rights Award in Norway for using her fame to battle for democracy.
The screen said, "This content is not appropriate. We will come back in a few minutes. Thank you for your patience." You know what that means, right? There is always someone sitting by a burden, ready to erase me. After the ceremony, I was so afraid of what would happen next, but I had nowhere else to go. Flying back to Vietnam,
I looked out my window at the limitless sky. I picked up my guitar, walked out of the airplane, headed toward immigration. I gave my passport to the official. He put it in the scan machine and beep, 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 beep. The police moved quickly in my direction. I just had enough time to text one word to my family: detained. After a long day of interrogation, I was released, but not free. My fame would not protect me any longer. I knew one day soon I would join the 200 other political prisoners in Vietnam today. I packed 2 suitcases and this guitar. That's all I brought with me to the US. I didn't have time to say goodbye to my family members, friends, or the activists I was leaving behind. I knew I just had 2 choices: either flee from Vietnam or let the government disappear me. So now I'm here. I feel free here. Free to speak, free to express myself, free to sing. I also feel free to get beaten up or killed by the police. Free to drive 300 miles for an abortion. Free to breathe air thick with the smoke of wildfires. I can't go back to Vietnam, but I think about Vietnam every day. In Vietnam, many people like the status quo. Others are waiting around for a hero to lead them to the promised land. I see the same thing here. But no one could change the world by themselves. That's a lie invented by the powerful to keep us powerless. I don't know if I will ever succeed in bringing free expression to Vietnam. But I'm still fighting. And I can't do it by myself. I need your support. And you need to support each other. We all should be activists, even if it means being a bad activist like me. Thank you. Thank you very much.